we're sitting there talking, and then one game I just do about average. I get about 15 kills. I think it was hardpoint or domination. I get about 15, 20 kills. Doing pretty good. I have a KD of that game of about 2.0 or 2.5. But then I look up, and Rog is at the top of the leaderboard, not only for the most time spent in the hardpoint, but he had 63 kills that game. The same game where I got like 20 kills and I was happy with, Rob went off and got 60 plus kills. I think it ended up with 63 kills. And kudos to him. That's crazy to me, but at the same time, like, what the hell? Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Saglitch, aka Sag. Today we're bringing some hardpoint gameplay on Hackney Yard. This is Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and you know what it is. I'm running with my boys Rob the Boss 21 and Cody, aka Chomp. But what today really is to kind of tell you guys about a story that happened over the weekend. And I'm not so much irritated as I am just this is my oh so go whatever kind of luck. But so this past weekend I got on early on a Saturday morning. Friday I went to bed early, and I woke up early wanting the game. Not only was I wanting the game, but I was also wanting to do very well in the gaming. So I decided to go through and say, hey, you know what? They got Hardpoint on. They got the new shootout. I was wanting to do really well. So Rob got on really early, and I told Rob, I said, hey, let's go big this weekend. Let's go for big kill streaks. Let's go for big games, and let's do the best that we can. And Rob, of course, being as competitive as I am, said, "Hey, yeah, why wouldn't we go as best we can?" So the idea came to me that we need to start racking up kill streaks, and not only that, but before the game, before Modern Warfare, we were able to add on to the kill streaks with either point base or even kill streaks. And although originally we didn't know about it, there's the perk kill chain, and there's also pointsman, whatever it's called. And so we, I think since it was hardpoint, we went with pointsman, but both are kind of interchangeable depending on what you want to do with the game. But we put on these perks to kind of do what we had here. And so telling Rob that I wanted to go real big, he was like, you know what? What are you thinking? And so we were going back and forth about our discussion, and we're not going to tell each other what we want to use or what the other person needs to use, because we both have different playing styles. Even though we're similar mindset, our play styles are a little bit different. Whereas I need a little gun with a lot of power and a lot of accuracy. He likes to run a gun sometimes, and we flip flop back and forth. So, but have you ever had that one friend that, no matter what, he does better at? You ever had that one friend that no matter what, like you tell the story of how incredible this crazy thing that happened to you, he's always that guy that says, oh yeah, yeah, that happened to me, but, and then inserts one extra thing. Now, I'm not saying Rob does this, because Rob's actually a pretty cool dude from what I can tell. And we've been playing together for 7 years. There's a reason why we do well together. But I gotta say, I was a little bit irritated this weekend with Rob, and some of it's his fault, some of it's not really his fault. I mean, he can't control that he didn't do well. So I'm gonna kind of explain my thought process and how, like, at first I was being a little bit of a punk, but then it kind of morphed into, well, that's crazy, and it's just my luck that something like this would happen. So I put on the kill streaks. I think this one has my Wilson and cruise missile, and then also gunship. But at most of the time I rock the VTOL, the gunship, and the cruise missile. And there's going to be times where I don't do well. There's going to be times where I do really well, that I get close and then get cut off. But so I explained to Rob. We both start running it, and we're noticing that there are games where kind of like search, you're not going to get this kind of stuff on search. So we took search off. You're not going to get this kind of stuff on Cyber Attack. So we took Cyber Attack off, and basically we came down to it where we were just playing Hardpoint, TDM, and just a little bit of Dom. And it pains me to say this, but Dom, there's got to be a little bit of change, or else Dom might be out of the rotation. As much as it sucks, um, so you know, me and Rob are sitting there. We're going back and forth. We're about average players. We play very similar styles, and you know, I'm noticing whereas I'm doing less objective based things, Rob's starting to play a little bit more objective, which is usually the other way around. Even though I will say Rob's one of the best teammates that you can have. He'll kind of do what you don't do or do what you don't want to do, and he'll base that off of you. But I was being a little bit selfish, and I think the game somehow, some way, was kind of making me pay for not playing the team based game. You know, just like right here, I haven't been in the hard point once, and all I've been doing is just kind of picking people off from getting in. Now, some people can argue that, hey, say you're doing just as much for this team as most people sitting in the hard point. You only need one person in the hard point at a time. Well, the problem is when you're usually the guy in the hard point, then there's everyone else is getting the points, and so this is why this game is just lasting forever. I mean, no one on the other team was going for the hard point, and you know, I'm basically one kill away from my gunship. But so we're sitting there playing, and you know, this is one of my best games I've had. But one thing I didn't show, and you know, sucks that Rob doesn't have his he has his own channel, but he doesn't post like I do. And I really wish he would, but you know, he's just not into that. He's rather for the experience than you know making a name, and I completely respect it, and I you know all for it. But we're sitting there talking, and then one game I just do about average. I get about 15 kills. I think it was hardpoint or domination. I get about 15, 20 kills. You know, doing pretty good. I have a KD of that game of about you know 2.0 or 2.5. But then I look up, and Rod is at the top of the leaderboard, not only for the most time spent in the hardpoint, but he had 63 kills that game. The same game where I got like 20 kills and I was happy with, Rob went off and got 60 plus kills. I think it ended up with 63 kills. And you know, kudos to him. That's crazy to me, but at the same time, like, what the hell? Why wasn't that me? And you know, I'm not jealous per se, but I'm more of a hey, this is just kind of like my luck. Of course, Rob would do better than me with my own idea. So with that being said, Rob, thanks for stealing my idea, and thanks for telling me that even though it was a great idea, you work at it better than me. So let's just take a second before we end the video and take a look at this as it gets closer and closer. Your boy went 15-0, had a perfect game, and I only spent 5 seconds in the hard point. So you know, contributing very little to the score base, but I think my score says a lot as far as yeah, they didn't get but like 10 to 15 points. So my score tells me I was picking off them before they got into the hard point. But regardless of that being said, guys, we're all adults here. We have fun with our friends. Rob, hey, kudos to you for getting those 63 kills. But I'm gunning for your top spot. Your boy is going to take over, and I'm going to prove to you when I do, take a little screenshot and just put it in Twitter forever so you can see. But with that being said, guys, I appreciate you checking out the video. I'll catch you next time. Peace.